They're staying full easily. How about you? Yep, he's getting what he needs. Perfect. Got the right balance here. I mean, seriously, I guess that's... Is it subs or donations that drags on the length of a stream? Because, hell, I could... I don't know if I'd do the sleeping part, but... Hell, if I could make piles of money just streaming and increasing the clock while people pay me, like, dude, yeah. Right, so that is being done. That's still actually falling behind a little. So that'll run out eventually. No, I don't know. Those buffers are already full. This one is very slowly filling up. So I think these three are maxing out my supply of raw resources. But really, it's okay. It's only going to send ingots out here when there's overflow. So remember, I'm also keeping this going. I'm already making steel beams down here, so I can produce... so I can produce screws. Hold on, is actually all this rigged up? Yeah, it is. It's just not using it. So those are fully accounted for. Let's get rid of this. Hey, I see a crate. What's in the loot crate? Iron plates. That's funny. So we got screws going up there, and we got screws going up all the way. Oh, wrong floor. I'll just go down one. Thunk. It's my power usage. Not enough. If you send overflow into a full buffer, oh crap. That's exactly what I'm doing. Does that happen every time? Yeah, buffer overflow, I get it. Yes. Be proud of that one. Terrible though you should feel about it. so that's barely moving. Let's take this down. It's in my inventory. Do I have enough to upgrade that? I'll find out. Don't need this fence here. Can just jump on that machine. Oh. What's the holdup? Is there something blocking this? No, that's a Mark IV. It uses those reinforced, they're concrete encased steel beams. There. Whoa! Almost jumped off that. Now, how is that running out? I'm supplying it and using it. Wait, oh, that's how. I was like, why is that still lagging? Because this should not... Yeah, there we go. Now that's staying at 500 no matter what. Lime, concrete, steel ingot, steel beam, concrete beam. Yes. No. Steel ingot goes straight to steel beam, and then concrete plus steel beam makes a concrete beam. But yeah, you've got the basics of it. Alright, and those are producing screws, and they don't need to be. Look at all that production space I just freed up. Really, I can get rid of this. And just run it straight here. Yep. I gotta go clean up my inventory so I can pick up these crates. Yeah, that'd be nice. What is that, 50 stacks of storage? Yeah, that'd be nice. There we go. Now we can go pick up the mess a little bit up there. What are the yellow cans? These? Those are packaged fuel. And I did this ridiculously circuitous thing because I needed more reliable production of rubber and plastic. And it's a byproduct of the way that my power system is generating power for the whole base. But I'm not using enough power yet, which means it doesn't produce much byproduct. In fact, it produces very little byproduct, and since that byproduct is what makes or can make plastic and rubber, I wasn't getting enough of those two things because I wasn't. It's sort of a catch-22. You know, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So what I've done now is built I grabbed a second oil site, put up a new extractor, and feed its output of oil into 6 refiners, and have it process it directly into plastic and rubber direct. And that produces a byproduct called heavy residual oil. That can be processed by another refinery into fuel, and you eventually run out of space to store that stuff, and you can't dump fuel. You can't put any liquid stuff into the sink, the awesome sink, to get rid of it. So I have to pass it on to another refinery that takes empty containers that I make on site and mixes it, or puts the liquid fuel in those canisters, and that's what makes the fuel cans that you saw. Those can actually get dumped into the sink for tickets. So that's how that silly complication goes. Right, so there was... But yeah, it really is. It's really the same kind of setup. You're just... Any oil production produces byproducts. Pain in the ass. But as you unlock alternate recipes, it really opens up opportunities. Like the fuel generation plant I have, or the power plant I have, can do 2,800 megawatts from one 300 cubic meter per minute oil extractor. Once you have all the requisite alternate recipes unlocked, that exact same amount of oil, 300 cubic meters per minute, can generate like 56,000 megawatts. It powers like 137 fuel generators. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, it is. That's why there's not really too much of a rush by people to get into nuclear power, because you can... it takes so little oil, and you can generate just a butt ton of power. Yeah, you end up with a big field of generators. I think I have 13 right now. Come here, Beth. Here you go. Good girl. Yeah, I've got 13. Were you here when I was working on it this morning? Because I can head back over there and show you. I kind of want to check on it and make sure everything's still balanced and working right. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I feel refreshed since I just tore all this down. This complex monstrosity was kind of bugging me anyway. Nice. Well, you know, people are allowed to sleep. Okay, so we have this ingot stash coming over this way. Looks like... Might be starving for coal over here, so let me upgrade that. That belt is empty, so I'm wondering... Yeah, that's gonna run low. Oh, I did. Oh, you want me to do it more? I see. Oh, this whole thing is Mark II. Okay, that's why. That conveyor's or the lifter is Mark III. But the belts, they are not. Pretty big, pretty Bella. Oh, whoops. I don't have Mark III conveyors coming from the coal miner. Yes. From everything I've read about the game, the only things worth overclocking are your power production, your extractors and miners. If you're overclocking a machine that's doing production, then you're better off rearranging things so that you can just build a second machine to make up that production. Doesn't mean I follow that perfectly, but that's my current understanding. There we go. Good. Okay, excellent. Good, Bella. Yeah. Yeah, I admit, I don't end up doing much math with the belts. I just go, is this filled? Can it be more filled? If yes, why? Or if not, why not? And if yes, why haven't I done it yet? That's basically the extent of my thinking. But these guys are not starving anymore, so that's good. Here's my coupon stash. Yeah, doesn't matter. Put down some screws. Pick that up. Put down more of that. Put down some pipes. You're a good Bella Bear. Nope. Oh yeah, let's put this heat sink away. I have no use for it for now. Same with these ingots, same with the copper ingot. Okay. Das looks good. So, you wanted to see my power plant? Hey, Nico. Yeah, sure. We'll head over there now. Load up some more fuel. Put the rest in the cargo for the car. We'll go for a Sunday drive. Even though it's Saturday, nobody tell anyone. This is called the Explorer. It's a neat little buggy. It gets unlocked. It's not the first tier of transportation, it's the second. I think the first one you unlock is the truck, and then you get this second. So you can see this belt coming alongside me here. That's where the plastic and rubber get transported from the power plant over to the base. There's a pipe underneath it because I originally was just pumping the oil over to the base and producing power and processing the oil there. But that became a pain in the ass. You can see it up there in the distance. Let me make this corner, because I did not plan this perfectly. Good girl, Bella. Don't move the mouse, don't move the mouse. Thank you, cat. Good girl, Bella. Don't step on the keyboard. Coming back? Okay. Hello, baby. Yeah, I really should at some point. Although I did learn today that you can fall off an indefinite height and it doesn't hurt the car or you. So I was happy about that. Right, so here is my oil processing system. This is the oil extractor that's on this plot. This is pure crude oil. There's only a few spots like this in the game. I think there's 4, but maybe it's 6. I've got it overclocked to 125%. Which is the maximum, which gives you 300 units per minute, and that is the maximum that the pipes in the game can carry in the current version. So even if you overclock this and you're extracting, well, it even says max flow is 600 units per minute. You can't carry that away with the pipe because it can't hold it. Oh, hey, look, a crate. There is a mod that adds a refinery, or an extractor that can pull, that has two outputs. Yeah, it only produces when it's got room in the tank to produce. No. It's restricted by the flow through these pipes. And the reason the flow isn't at max is because I'm not using 100% of the power output that the fuel can produce. So let me explain. This is my max, 1950 megawatts. And I'm only using 842. So, yeah. But, you know, I can support up to 2 gigawatts of power just on this setup with no changes. So I've got another one. There's a second pure node over that way, and it's bringing oil over here. The flow rate here is actually more than I expected, to be honest. This ridiculous setup is producing plastic and rubber. And that produces a byproduct of this purple stuff, and that all goes into this refinery, which turns the purple stuff into fuel. This takes some of the plastic we're producing and produces empty canisters. And then the fuel, the extra fuel in the canisters, come into this refinery where it packages the fuel. And the fuel, the rubber, and the plastic all get mingled on this belt. Oh, there are my generators too. Oops. And so then the belt comes out this way. A smart splitter grabs all the powder, or all the fuel, packaged fuel, and that gets dumped into a sink for coupon points, because I don't have a use for this much fuel yet. And the rest, the plastic and the rubber, just gets sent up to a conveyor belt where it joins another belt where a couple other refineries produce some from residual processing for fuel. That was a mouthful, but yeah, that's how the whole thing works. Spec Rickies? Yes. A smart splitter can do this. Let me get a better one. This. You can say the left output does this thing, the center output does overflow, and the right output does nothing. There are programmable splitters, which are even more advanced than these. It's the same idea, except you can have multiple options in each of these categories. Because the smart splitter just lets you pick one thing, and that's it. But a programmable one can filter a whole bunch of stuff out of the different belts. And then, yeah, I got 13 of these bad boys all powered up, or fueled up. So that's it. Oh, I'll run up here too and show you. These two refineries collect, it is stuff called residual polymer resin, and that comes out of generating fuel directly from oil. And that resin, thanks to alternate recipes, that resin can be turned back into rubber and plastic just by adding water. No, the generators are not overclocked. Overclocking a generator makes it consume, it just speeds up how much it burns fuel. It produces, it never changes the production curve, so if you double its speed, it uses double the fuel. No problem. happy to show it off. Glad it was helpful. So that is functioning. Everything seems balanced and working. It is a researchable thing. It's in the research tree. Hang on. When I get back to the NAM, I'll show you. You know what I do for a map? I take my save game and upload it to satisfactory-calculator.com, and it renders a full-size map and shows you where everything is, how your base looks, all that shit. It's free and it's very cool. And you can have it reveal the whole map and show you where like all the hard drives you haven't collected yet are hiding. It's really nice. In fact, I had to get back out there and start hunting down more hard drives. Its alt recipes are really nice. Well, it'll still show you. It's an option. You don't have to turn it on. If you go just vanilla on the map, it'll just show you what you've uncovered. But you do get an in-game map. You have to research it. I think it's tier 5 or 6. You can drift. I love it. This music kills me. Makes me feel empty. Lonely. You know what else I want to do? I want to go find a doggo. Get one trained and give him a pen here so he can start bringing us back useful things like radioactive waste. No, we don't want that. We want the other useful things he can bring back. That's not a bad idea. Solaris had good music. I like the music in this game. Some of it just makes me a little melancholy. It'll get better. Shit always does. Just takes time. Aha! I knew there was another nut plant over here. Haven't started on that yet. I do have these started. I need 500 of those monsters. And then I can gear up to start making that. Yes. I've taken them offline, and I should actually tear them down. I'm glad you mentioned that. Another nut. I can pick the rest of this stuff up a bit later. Because my inventory is getting filled up again already. There's crates everywhere. There's one down here, too. Wonder what the hell. And of course, it's just got little one or two things in them. It's weird. Like 3 pieces of cable. There's one floating up there. More cable. Yeah, there's another one floating over there. Look at that one. It's way the hell up there. How am I even going to get up there? Guess I build a ramp to it. I'm pretty sure I tore something down while I was standing on top of one of the coal generators. That's my only guess. That conveyor is obviously still doing things, so leave him alone. You serious? Oh, that's cool. No, I did not know that. Dude, thank you. Ah! Oh, and you don't even have to hold it. You just turn that on, hit control, and it marks the thing. Ah, that's so cool.